Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, we'll be looking into an interesting algorithm which is used for finding frequent item sets. The algorithm is called as SON algorithm. Let's have an overview of this. The full form of SON is very complex. I won't be able to correctly pronounce it. Hence, let's call it SON or SON. Basically, the SON algorithm is an improvement of PCY algorithm. If you haven't looked my video on PCY algorithm, then please go and check it in the Big Data Analytics playlist. You can get it from there. This particular algorithm is basically used to find the frequent item sets. That means the item sets which occurs more frequently in a given dataset. It is basically used to find frequent items in larger datasets. This algorithm works in two passes. We are going to look into those two MapReduce passes later on. The ideology of this algorithm is that it divides the entire data into chunks and it processes each chunk, which enables parallel computing and thus it helps to get us faster results. This is basically used in data mining and market basket analysis. I hope the overview of this SON algorithm is clear to you all. Now let's see the principle on which the SON algorithm works. And the principle states that an item set is said to be frequent only if it is frequent in subsets. As I said, that this particular algorithm divides the entire data from which we need to find out the frequent items into chunks, and it finds the frequent items from each of the chunks. If an item set is not frequent in the chunk, then it will obviously not be frequent in the entire dataset. Based on this principle, the algorithm is designed and it has a lot of advantages. Now let's have a look at the ideology that the SON algorithm uses. So as I said, the algorithm works in two passes. The first pass is used to find out the candidate item sets. That means those item sets which occur in one or more transactions, and in the next pass we find the correct frequent item sets. That means those item sets which are actually frequent in the entire dataset. It is going to find out only the true frequent item sets in the final results after applying both the passes. So this is the ideology that SON algorithm follows. Now based on this ideology, the algorithm is designed. Now let's have a look at the algorithm. Now the algorithm goes in two passes. So here we will be having the first pass. In every pass we have one map and one reduce task. So in the pass 1, let's have a look at the first map task. In the first map task, we'll first divide the entire data that we have got into chunks. These chunks can be randomly created. Now, for considering any item set to be frequent, it must satisfy the minimum support criteria. Now let's say the support for an item set to be frequent from the entire dataset is S. Then if we divide the entire dataset into chunks, the support will be reduced. For each chunk, the support will be defined again, and it will be defined based on the formula. So the support for each chunk will be the support for the entire dataset divided by the total number of chunks. Let's say we have the support for the entire dataset as 4 and the total number of chunks are also 4. So the support for each chunk will be 4 by 4, which is 1. So I hope this is clear how we calculate the support for each chunk. Now using random algorithm, we need to find out the frequent item sets. Random algorithm can be a priori algorithm, it can be FP growth algorithm. Using this algorithm, we need to find out the frequent item sets in each chunk. Once we calculate the frequent item set in each chunk, we need to output them in the form of f, 1, where f is the frequent item set and 1 is just a filler number. If you remember that map task always gives us key value pairs. Here we have something to write in the key, that is the frequent item set. But we don't have anything to write in the value, hence it will be filled as 1. This is irrelevant number. So I hope the first map task output is clear to you all. Now this map task output will be used as an input in the next task, which is the first reducer task, which is again inside the pass 1. So now the next part of the pass 1 is the first reduce task. Here all the output pairs that we have got from the previous map phase, we'll be taking it as input in the reduce task. As you know that from f,1, f is the key and 1 is the value. Here in the reduce task, the value will be ignored and only the key part will be assigned to each reduce task, because we are only concerned with the frequent item sets. In short, you can say that the significance of this first reducer task is that it produces keys that appears one or more times in the entire data chunk. And these produced keys are nothing but the candidate item sets, which was the goal of the first pass. So I hope it is clear how to calculate the candidate item set from the pass 1. Now these candidate item sets will be given as an input to the next pass, and the next pass will again have one map and one reduce task. So let's see the second map task, which comes under the pass 2. So here each map task takes the output that it has got from the first reduce task, that is nothing but the candidate items, and it also takes a portion of the input data file. This is nothing but a random portion from the entire input data file that we have got previously. This is just to validate whether the frequent item sets are actually frequent. This portion of input data file can be another chunk also. Note one thing, that every map task will be having all the candidate item sets that was taken as an input from the previous phase. Now once we are ready with these inputs, now it's time to count the occurrence of each candidate item set among the baskets in the portion of the datasets. That means from that particular portion of dataset that we have taken, we'll be counting the occurrences of each candidate item set in that particular portion of dataset. And this task of counting the occurrence of each candidate item set will be done by each of the map worker. Now once this task of counting the occurrences of each candidate item set in that particular portion of dataset is done, the output will be stored in the form of key value pair. Here key is going to be C and the value is V, where C is the candidate item set and V is the support of that particular item set. Support means the count of that particular item set among the entire baskets that are present in the portion of the file that we have taken as an input. Now this output pair, that is C, V, will be given as an input to the next phase, which is the second reducer phase. I hope the task to find this particular C, V pair is clear to you all. Now let's move on to the next phase, that is from the pass 2 itself, which is the second reduce task. Now here each reducer worker will take the item set, that is the key part from the previous output that we have got, that is the C, V pair, as an input, and it calculates the sum of the associated values, that means the support for each item set. So it basically finds out the total support of every single candidate item from all the results that it has got from the previous phase. And once it calculates the support of every single item set, it checks the condition. And the condition is that if the support of the item set that it has got is greater than or equal to the support of the entire data that we have got previously, if this condition satisfies, then it will straight away emit the item set. That means it will take this particular item set as the final output. In short, it is checking whether the minimum support condition is satisfied by that particular item set. Now, if there is a case that any item set is not satisfying the minimum support criteria, they are not going to be transmitted as output. So only those item sets which are actually frequent will be transmitted as output. Hence, the probability of getting correct results here is the maximum. I hope the algorithm is clear. This is how we get the frequent item sets from SON algorithm. Now let's have a look at the advantage. Before moving to the advantage, I would like to clear this concept of false negative. Let me first explain you the negative. Now let's say as per the results, we get that the item set is not frequent. That means the result is saying that the item set is not frequently occurring in the data. This is the negative case. And now let me explain you the false case. This means that in reality, the item set is frequent. So in short, false negative means the case where as per the results, the item set is not frequent, but in reality, the item set is very much frequent in the entire data. This case of false negatives will not be entertained in SON algorithm. I hope this is clear. Now this is because the SON algorithm uses the concept of formation of subsets and then finding the frequent from those chunks, and also it uses the second MapReduce phase which validates the correctness of frequent item sets. Because of all these reasons, the SON algorithm does not entertain false negatives, which is why SON algorithm is widely used and also better than PCY and all its versions. So I hope the SON algorithm is very much clear to you all. Now will you please do one thing for me? Go and hit the subscribe button. Please like this video if you like it, share it with your friends, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day ahead.